York rocks! What's up, everybody? It's Phil from New York Rocks. Stay tuned, you're watching New York Rocks, baby. Who rocks better than us? Nobody rocks like New York Rocks. We rock the best. How you doing, everybody? It's Phil from New York Rocks, and we're rocking down here at Umberto's Clam House here in the heart of Little Italy and NYC. Here with New York Rocks. We got a great show here tonight. We're gonna go inside right now, and you're gonna listen to New York Rocks Radio. Because New York Rocks is radio now. Let's go check it out. Watching New York Rocks. Who rocks better than us? Nobody rocks like New York Rocks. We rock the best. Sitting here with Brian Cataquet. How you doing, Brian?
Phil, I see you got your show. Congratulations.
You got this mic too, so.
Oh, I got both. Wow.
Dual. We have dual power here.
I know you were on my show a year ago. I appreciate that, and congratulations on your radio program.
Thank you very much. So let's catch up with yourself. What have you been doing with yourself lately? I know it's been about like you said, about a year or two. We haven't seen each other.
Yeah.
Tell everybody. Well, if nobody really knows who you are with this new program, you're Brian Cataquet, and you do
Baseball Card King. Me and Phil worked on a lot of stuff together through the years. We recorded a nice commercial for SNY and the Yes Network, and you know, Phil's been a good inspiration, and I'm glad he's got his own radio program. And he was on my program last year on NBC affiliate KCA Radio. So you know, we spoke a little bit about your career and stuff like that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you were with me in the beginning. Remember when we had the shows? You were on, I think, both times with Sid Bernstein. Right?
No, Sid is a great character. Yeah, the Beatles legend.
He's the Beatle King, and you're the baseball card king.
The baseball card king. And I'm still buying cards. I mean, if just to give you my information, my cell phone number is 845-702-4000. If you have old baseball cards, please give me a call. I pay cash. I'll make a visit to your house. Just give me a call, 845-702-4000. You can also catch me on YouTube. It's youtube.com/BCatman.
There you go, man. That's a shameless plug we have here. But it's great, you know what I want to talk about. You know, today, remember like when you first came around, I was saying, wow, there was all these shows on. We should do a show about, you know, baseball cards. But now there are actually reality shows out there about storage wars, toy collectors, baseball card, like this. You know what I mean? I think there should come a time right now that they just should do a show, a reality show about baseball card. A guy like you going around, going to places and picking up baseball cards. I think that would be a fantastic show.
No, I agree. With all the channels, you know, I think there's a couple of hundred channels. I mean, 20, 30 years ago, there's only 13 channels, you know. And now so many with cable. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think we should pioneer that. You know?
we should be like partners and go around and see what kind of baseball card collections are out there, and you know, maybe pick some up, you know, and
it's a good idea.
Business,
no, it's a good idea. Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
I love baseball cards. You see my collection, right?
Phil's got. I was very surprised when we first met. Phil, I went to his house. He pulled out a whole box of baseball cards from his attic, and I was very surprised. I didn't know he was a collector.
Yeah, I got over 10,000. I think.
I know. Phil's got a nice collection. A lot of cards from the
60s and 70s, right?
60s and 70s, and which is good. You know, it brings me to a good point here because the 1970 cards, since you mentioned it, I think it's still very cheap to buy, so it's a good investment if you want to get started in collecting. You have a lot of the old-time Hall of Famers like Frank Robinson, Hank Aaron, and Harmon Killebrew, and so on. They played into the 70s, and their cards are still cheap. So if you want to start
Reggie
getting
Jackson.
So you know, if you still, you know, if you want to invest and get into the hobby of baseball cards, I think the 70s are a good turning point. You know, a starting point for kids. The cards are still very affordable.
Hey, you know, I have a couple of sets too. I have the Yankees won the World Series. I do it 76 and 77. I have like the full sets. You know, I bought it from Brooklyn.
Was it the Burger King sets?
No, actually the whole full top set. It comes in like a white box. You know, you get the whole set from the whole year. I got the 2 sets. Because I got them from, I used to collect from a guy who actually sold them, Rene Galazzo. You ever hear that guy?
Yes.
I don't know if he's still around.
No, he's been around. He was big in the 70s and 80s. He produced his own sets. He was a big dealer. He had a big warehouse in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think I went to his warehouse and bought it right there. I was a kid then.
He's a legendary collector. He was, you know.
Okay, now what have you been doing with yourself lately? Now I know that you've been working, you know, with the hotels and stuff like that, and then now you have this other business. It's it's like a side thing too, you know. But it's full time. But go ahead.
It's full time. You know, it's hard to get the deals. You know, the big money in this business is in the old stuff. You know, the stuff before 1970, the 1950s and 1940s. But the stuff is so scarce that it's hard, you know, to get a hold of. And when you do get a hold of it, it's so expensive.
Okay.
So so it's hard. You know, you can usually catch my stuff on eBay. I do a lot of wholesaling on eBay.com. Right. And you know, everyone knows eBay. I don't have to, you know, give it a plug. But eBay's, you know, it's a great avenue to sell your baseball cards.
What's your name on eBay? In case anybody out there, they want to look you up and they want to find out about your stuff and everything. How can they find you? You have like a screen name, like a name, right?
Yeah, it's Kylan, Kylan 71608. That's actually my son's name. So I named my eBay name after my son, and that's his birth date. So it's Kylan 71608. You can catch my weekly auctions on eBay, and you know, everything I buy, I put up on eBay.
Now, also, do you go to the shows? Do you have you set up at a show? Do you still do that, or?
I do go around shows. I do go around flea markets. A couple of months ago, CBS did on a Sunday show. They did a report on the baseball card business going down. And every time I go to a show, I'm always asked about that report, and I mean, anyone could look at it online. It was about the downsizing of baseball cards and the baseball card business. And every time they do a report on baseball cards, they never talk about the old stuff. So it's always about the new stuff that has a negativity to the business. So you know, I just want to mention that baseball cards are not a dying business. It's the new cards, the cards from the 90s and the 2000s.
They made a lot of them,
mass produced. That's really bad to get involved in, and it's not a good investment. But the cards from before 1975 and down, like I said, the early 70s is still affordable as a good investment. But every time I do a report on the baseball card business, I get asked so many questions by collectors. You know, what's going on with the business? But it's reporters, they always fail to mention that it's the new cards. There's not the vintage baseball cards. There was an auction that just grossed $9.5 million in a one-day sale.
My friend had old NBA cards. He had the sheets with Larry Bird and a couple of the other superstars. I think Jordan,
Malone,
somebody, like three of them were on the same sheet. And he had sold it. He got like $14,000 for like the sheets of it. He had a couple of they were uncut.
Uncut sheets.
And it still had like a little imperfection in it. It still went for a lot of money. And the wacky packs and all those things from the sheets and all those cards from the back in the day.
You mentioned a good point, because uncut sheets is considered oddball, which is another part of the market. A lot of collectors, instead of collecting loose cards, they like oddball cards, which, like you mentioned, can be an uncut sheet, which sells for more money.
Now, recently I heard on the news that some guy went up into his attic, and he found the old baseball cards, like the ones that came in the cigarette packs. Now, those are the really ones that are worth a lot of money. The Hannes Wagners, especially Hannes Wagner, because he was against smoking, right? And stuff like that.
Right? No, that was an enormous fine. It was an unbelievable fine. There's not many of those around.
You'd like to find that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
There's not many of those around. It was an unbelievable fine, and it was worth, I think, retail about $4 million. Wow. It was a shoebox full. I think he had like 30 Thai Cobbs from 1910.
That's great.
I think his grandfather owned a candy store back then.
My father's father owned the candy store. Wish we had the baseball cards.
You gotta give him a call. Tell him the CardKing's here. I want to pay cash.
Oh man, this is like in the '60s. But my grandfather, he owned a store on Court Street in Brooklyn.
Really?
A candy store with the cigarettes. And he used to have them in there. My father used to work in the store, and you can imagine how much
baseball cards. He must have sold baseball card packs.
Yeah, but he didn't save them.
He didn't save them.
He didn't save them.
Jeez.
See how much you got to save those baseball cards.
You got to check his attic.
Yeah. Well, this is a long time ago. He passed away like 20 years ago. My grandfather, my dad just recently passed away like 15 years ago, 10 years ago almost. And you know what I mean? So I'm the one that was collecting the baseball cards from the 70s.
The 70s,
with the Reds and the big red machine and Yankees and, you know, all those years, you know?
I know, I'm telling you, you have a nice collection, but I think we mentioned this before. You have them in rubber bands. You got to take them out of rubber bands.
No rubber bands.
No rubber bands.
Don't put them in rubber bands.
No, it's sacrilegious. It's no good. It messes up the corners.
How do you get it? You got to keep them together, though.
You got to get the plastic sheets.
Plastic sheets. There you go. The experts right here. So what'd you bring with us? Show us some of the stuff you brought with us, and then because we got another guest, but we got enough time, so we're going to talk about this. Go ahead.
Just so you get an idea, these are cards from the 70s. These are 1974.
74s. I got those. I got plenty of those. Yeah, that's cool.
Again, these are in mint condition. These are very affordable.
Yeah.
You had Hall of Famers like Harmon Killebrew, Al Kaline, Brooks Robinson. So they're still affordable. They're 1974 cards.
Are these good to buy and sell? Like, are they worth something this year, 74?
Well, that's the thing. These like I mentioned before, these are still very affordable.
Right.
And you can buy them in big groups and then break them down. And, you know, you have eBay as an avenue. And again, like I said, it's very affordable.
All right. Now, what's this? This is even before then, this era, because I have some of these too.
You have some of these. You have the gray borders. These are 1970, as you can see. Tom Seaver.
Yeah.
So what you know.
I met Tom Seaver.
You met Tom Seaver. I think he had his autograph.
Yeah, I got his autograph.
Yeah. But he's a tough signature.
To NYRocks. He put NYRocks. Yeah.
He's a tough signature. I don't think he signs that much.
Right.
But again, these are 1970. Again, 70 cards. Like I said, I started buying them in bulk, and I shifted my collecting into this period of time because, again, like I said, it's affordable and you can profit on. You can still buy these cheap, and you have Hall of Famers like Tom Seaver.
How about signed cards by the actual baseball player when the card's signed? And I have a lot of signed cards too. Gary Carter signed, hand signed. Nolan Ryan's hand signed. Now, is it worth more to have, let's say, the card signed by the baseball player or what?
Well, the thing is that you have a lot of different collectors. I mean, there are collectors that collect signatures and they want their signature on their baseball card, and then there are collectors that are very condition conscious that do not like any marks on their cards. That's the thing. This hobby's got a whole bunch of different collectors where you can get involved in buying certain things. Like you can get involved in buying cards with signatures.
Cool.
You know, so yeah, there is a value to that, but you got to hit a specific collector, and that's why eBay is a good market because I think 14 million people a day go on eBay.
Yeah.
So you know your chances of selling an autographed card is very good.
Okay, now what else do you have? Do you have anything else with us you want to show? What do you got here?
Just so you can get acquainted with the years. These are 1976.
76.
So again, you have Hall of Famers here.
All right, and I have the set. I think that is 76 and 77. Yeah,
76,
the full set. But then I have a lot of singles, like you said. I have them all put in team categories. You know what I mean?
So you have
the singles.
You have some value there.
Yeah, I got over about 10,000, over 10,000. Yeah.
But again, condition is very important.
Yeah, right.
You know,
no rubber bands.
No rubber bands.
No bends. Keep them straight, right?
Yeah, I mean,
and a dry place.
Right. But I mean, the condition is very important. You know, you have your picky collectors that don't like cards with creases.
Now, besides, let's say baseball cards, what else do you have? What else do you you deal with? You deal more than just baseball cards. How about a hand-signed ball?
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
I love anything sports, and any sports.
Even yearbooks?
Yearbooks, yeah. But I'm really known as a card man. I like the cards, and I like the pictures.
You're the card king, baby.
Card king. So if you have anybody has baseball cards out there, please call me. I'm paying cash.
Crazy cash.
A lot of money to buy. And
hey,
so
we did the commercials like Crazy Eddie.
Crazy Eddie commercial. It was on SNY, and we did some stuff on the Yes Network.
Remember the jacket? We had the money jacket. We still got the money jacket.
And the money chain.
We're gonna bring the money jacket back with the $100 bill, $100 bills on it.
$100 bills. Right? Yeah. I got a lot of compliments on that jacket.
Yeah, I didn't want to give it up, but for you, I'd give up anything because you're my friend. Besides, we've known each other for so many years now, right?
We've done a lot of work together. We've done good stuff together.
We're down at Wall Street. We did it on Wall Street.
Yeah, you can see all this on YouTube, by the way. Beat Catman on YouTube. Beat Catman. When CardKing hits Wall Street, we did that too. I was right near the stock exchange
before
with cash and my money jacket. Yeah, before the crash. That's when I said stocks are dying. Sell me your baseball cards.
Yeah. So let's say people out there, though, they want to sell the baseball cards or they're looking to get in touch with you. Can they call you? They can call you direct, too, right?
They can call me direct.
If you're in the area, you can actually go down there. And if you have any cards or you want to get rid of them, you want some money for them, you'll come and check it out. Tell everybody, what's the process? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you some tips and pointers as well.
Right.
Again, my number is 845-702-4000, right. And you can leave a message, and if you have stuff to sell, right. I'll get back to you. You can send me an email also. It's HOBBICAT1, which is hobbycat1 at AOL.com. And you send me an email, and I'll give you some advice. I'll give you some pointers on how to make money in the business, if you like, if you're a serious collector. Right, and again, you can catch me on my YouTube.
Right. You got the YouTube channel. Now, what's the YouTube channel like? What is that under?
YouTube, like I said, I'm known as B Catman on YouTube. I think I have like 40,000 hits already.
Really? Wow.
On all my videos, yeah, 40,000 hits.
It's a big thing for collecting,
yes.
Buying and collecting, and
Yeah, no, and we've done a lot of it together. Yeah. So
how many years now you've been doing this? Because now it's even I haven't seen you in about a year and a half. Last time I seen you, so it was like on Wall Street the last time we did something.
Like 2 years ago. And, again, you were on my radio program.
Yeah, we did the radio show.
You were on my radio show. I would say, I started at 10 years old. I guess I was blessed. I'm able to see a card, pick it up, and draw a little income from the cardboard. So I guess I was blessed with that at a young age. Wow. So I'm going on 26 years in the business.
There you go. So now you're a veteran.
I'm a veteran now. I haven't even turned 40, but
well, you look good. You look good, so that's all that matters. All right, so I want to thank you, for coming on and spending time with me and speaking about baseball cards and collecting, and the people out there, if they want to sell the baseball cards, if they're collecting dust up in the attic, right? If
it's collecting dust, you have them in garbage bags, you have them in garbage cans. Call the Card King. 845-702-4000. Paying heavily for vintage baseball cards. Anything before 1977 and down, I'll pay cash.
Cool, man. There you go. Well, I want to thank you very much, Brian. It's always a pleasure having you. I know it's a little warm today. Well, I'm sweating too. It's a little hot.
I know it's a little hot in here, but it'll cool down. Phil, congratulations on your radio program.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Brian. All right, we heard from Brian Cataquet over here on New York Rocks.